Here we are with my personal favourite, green. Green is such a fantastic colour for interiors because it really does help bring the outside in, and we're spending so much time at home and we're spending so much time on our walks and everything else that green is such a restful, lovely colour that it's wonderful in interior scheme. It works so well with all of the textures and tones that you get in the house, and it also is really, really good bridging colour if you've got a conservatory space or floor length windows or doors that are going out into the garden. Then green is a really, really lovely choice, and it works so well with so many different colours. So green can work so nicely with neutrals, and I'm going to show you that. It can work really nicely if you want to make it a bit different with blues, greens and blues together, and it can also work really, really nicely with some of our neutral shades and our paler shades, which I'm just going to show you. So let's start. So first of all, let's have a look at just layering different shades of green. So we've got some amazing throws. We've got a lovely mohair throw in this colour story, and we've got the ombre throw that you've seen before. We've got this, which I've not actually talked about. Now this sort of jacquard diamond weave, so useful, and you can see that tonally different shades of green work beautifully together, and they're very, very sophisticated. So I'm just going to pull them back here because it's going to make it a bit easier for me to pull some product cushions to go with. So you can see you can start to layer. So these are sort of like the darker, more mossy, ferny, greyish greens, and they just work really, really well on this layer of throws. You can then add in a little tinge of beige or blue, which works beautifully. You can make it more traditional with the Megan cushion here and this lovely watercolour cushion, and it can be much more fresh and modern. You can take away the dark and you can stick with a lighter shade of green, and that really looks lovely with taupey colours. You can go a bit brighter. Again, with this jute cushion here, I just love that green, and it works really, really, these two work really well together with that lovely throw. It can even work with a darker throw because this cushion particularly picks up those darker shades. If we take this out, you can see that green can be moody and magnificent too. So you can really go for that jungle look and feel. We've got the base of the darkish greens here and the paler greens from the throw. And then you've got this lovely jungle cushion here, Elenia, I think it's called. And you can add in a bit more texture with the cut velvets here, or even if that's too strong for you, you can go a bit paler again, but really works so beautifully. If you want to keep that jungle look and feel, we've also got this wonderful leopard cushion. Personally, I'm not one for animal cushions always, but that one is just such a lovely one, and it works so nicely in this story. If we want to take away the jungle or the leopard, we can even do the dragonfly motif here. It brings in the metallic. Or if you want to really go full on, we can take away the jungle and we can go for this metallic here, or even the darker jungle, and this metallic will also work together. I just think that's just such a wonderful story. What else did I want to show you? Right, we've done a lot of this jungle, and we did do the paler look and feel, more sort of classic look, and green is just such a lovely choice for a traditional cottage interior, a sort of more classic look and feel. It works just really nicely. We've got some lovely texture with the green as well. We've got a lovely boucle. We've got the sage and the metallic here done in a much sort of more classic way, less sort of contemporary way. So I think this is also works really beautifully. Now for colour combos, how would you mix green up? Let's just have a look at that. So let me just take these away. Let's look at our base cushions. So with that natural story, or with that sort of lighter story, you can put neutrals in. So just bear with me while I dash out of shot. So I'm just putting these neutrals here to show you how wonderful it would look on a beige sofa. It just can really, it will just really, really look very, very sophisticated and classic. If you layer the textures, it's got that modern feel, but if you go for these more abstract patterns, it's very, very easy to live with and has wide appeal. So that's a really, really great story. If we take away some of these geometrics and we want to funk it up a little bit, what about a bit of pink? So I'm going to put this throw here just to show you how nicely pink works in this story. And you can keep it really sophisticated and urban by just putting in a lot of texture. So we've got the Mongolian, we've got the boucle, we've got the velvet. It all works nicely. Or you can really give it much more of a country feel by keeping in some of the texture, maybe taking out the Mongolian and thinking about some textured weaves and some printed and embroidered cushions here, which just tone in so nicely there. So that makes it much more traditional in feel, classic in feel. And you could even, if you wanted to just inject a little bit of a pop, it even works with a little touch of yellow because it just draws your eye. So particularly in a shop, a little bit of a touch of something zingy will draw people's eye to what you've done and give them some ideas, which obviously, hopefully will make them buy it as well. So green and pink is such a lovely, lovely combination, and really this whole jungle theme is also really, really key at the moment. And I do think actually with our collection here that you can see of green and pink, our jungle cushion here just works so nicely because you've got that lovely green fringing and you've got the elements of the soft peachy pinks in the print, and it just sort of lifts the whole thing. So that's another really modern way of doing green and pink.